Today guys, hope you guys are doing good. So welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys a trading journal that you can use. So this is also like an updated version of the prop firm risk management spreadsheet that we posted last year. So since people have been requesting for that spreadsheet, and then it's been updated, I thought that it'd be best if I can just do a video of how to use it and also show you um, the results of using a trading journal, which is going to be the same journal that I've been using, that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So let me not waste no time, and then let me show you just the video. And before we continue, can you please click on that subscribe button, like, if you have any question, you just comment below, and then let's get it. So on our first challenge, right? So here I took 100 trades and I was trading almost everything. I think I did gold, GU, US 30, and then yeah, that was it. So I was only trading GJ, gold, GU, and US 30, UJ. So those were the only 5 instruments that I was trading then in 2021. So I did this in 2021, starting from the 24th of June 2021 until the 3rd of September 2021, right? So as you guys can see, I was like journaling everything that I was doing. So from the date, the pair, the direction of the market, if I'm buying or selling, the type of entry I'm taking, the risk ratio, and then the lot size that was used, stop loss in pips, and then the outcomes, right? Which was either a loss, break even, or profit, right? And also, if I can go to the far right, you'll see that I was putting notes on what I learned throughout each trade, right? Those trade that I learned a lot on them, I highlighted them, and then those that were positive, like proper, I highlighted green, and those that and the other ones that were just normal trades, I just like wrote the notes, and then and yeah. So journaling is very important because you get to understand yourself. That's number one. Secondly, you get to understand your strategy. Thirdly, you get to understand your risk management, right? So if you don't have a journal, it becomes difficult for you to understand which risk management works for you, right? So by just following this, by just journaling and following the plan that I was using back then, I managed to revamp my plan and then you know make few changes there, and then I started seeing better results. And also every 10th trade, I used to do a review on myself. So after I lost all of these 10 trades, what I did a review, and then I managed to find out what was happening, what was doing wrong, what was doing right, what I needed to change. And then from there, I started seeing results, but then I started going back to the same few mistakes, right? And then some of the trades were just taken out by stop loss, yeah, without me doing anything wrong. So just like following the plan, everything just went according to the plan. So, and then from there, I started taking like more losses, more losses, more losses, few wins, break evens, which is the blue ones. The red ones gonna losses, gonna be losses, losses, wins, losses. And I also noticed on this that I was taking like big losses and then small wins, right? So that's when I started realizing, okay, cool, I am profitable. It's just that now I'm not sorry, I'm not closing. I'm not I'm not closing with a lot of profit. I'm only closing with a small profit, right? So I started realizing that. So that's why I managed to even like do the video that I did, I think last year. I'm gonna put the link somewhere so that you guys can go check it, which explains the 6 steps every successful trader that go through, right? So these are some of the things that helped me figure out where I was with my trading journey back then, right? So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because I have 3 other channels that I need to go through. So you guys can see here at the bottom the total I was able, out of 100 trades, I was able to close on a positive about $591, right? So some were real accounts, some were demo accounts, and then some were um, the challenges that I was doing back then. So I just made sure that I stick to the plan. I stick and I follow my rules, and then I journal every trade so that I can be able to pinpoint, even though it was a demo, even though it was a real account, even though it was a funded account, right? So sorry, a profit account. So I made sure that I journal everything. So out of these 100 trades, I was profitable. I just needed to work more on my risk to reward and then control more of my emotions and then started trading less. And then I started doing that. So result change. So now let's go to the second journal that I did also. Right. So the second journal, boom, started with taking too many losses and I was trading only pairs. Oh, I did trade yesterday also there on this one. So this was the same year, 2021. I think I just continued from the previous one. Then I just started, you know, journaling again. And here from the first 10 trades, I was taking only losses. And then on this one, I told myself that, you know what, I'm only gonna review when I get to the 15th trade, which was this one here. And let's see, after the review, I managed to come back with a positive for the first trade. And then the next two trade, the color purple to me means that I made a huge mistake, which I learned a lesson from, right? So let's go there and see what I learned from these two trades, which is trade number 16 and, sorry, trade number 17 and trade number 18. So I'm just going to read only those two because there's a lot of notes here. So on this, so on this trade, I should have accepted the $100 loss and move on and come back the next day. But I ignored all that and just followed. Oh, sorry, ignored all that and just allowed my emotions to take over. I just traded recklessly, right? Which was bad. And that's why hence I lost almost $400. The above trade, the above trade and this trade almost cost me this account, and then God, I managed to come back and got an extension, right? So I think I was trading a profit account in this one. Now my account is back to 10K and I had to pump the lot size to be back, which now in order for me, and then at the end I made a trade your plan notes there, right? Just to remind me that you almost lost this account, so you need to start trading your plan, right? So from there, sorry, just want to quickly, there you go. And then so from there, I was started like using proper risk management. And now I was taking small losses, break even, small losses, and now my wins were bigger than my losses, right? So and then I continue trading, as you guys can start seeing now that my wins are bigger than my losses. So that's why I said journaling, and if I didn't journal those trades and all of the other trades, I would have been seeing the mistakes that I was doing, right? So after journaling and following my plan, I started seeing change, right, which helped me. So that's why I say that you guys need to always keep journaling because that's gonna help you. So after that, I started seeing change in my results, and then I stopped on the 29th. I don't know why I stopped channeling on this challenge, but I stopped on this one, and then I didn't do all the hundreds straight because I managed to pick up something that I realized I need to do. And then out of all these 39 trades, I ended up on a negative. If I continue to trade, I believe I would have closed in a positive because I know that I am profitable. I was just making silly mistakes, right? And I was starting to learn from them. So one thing you need to do when you journal is that you need to be honest with yourself, because if you are not honest with yourself, you're gonna keep doing the same mistakes over and over, right? So being honest with yourself, it allows you to get used to your mistakes and also learn, right? And also learn from your mistakes. So I don't know how many times I've said that you need to learn from mistake. So now let's continue and go to the next one, right? So on the third one, I also did this one in 2021, right? 2021, I think, was a year where I was putting too much work in my craft and trying to understand my strategy and everything, right? So I started doing that. And also, this also helped to prove that the strategy there's nothing wrong with the strategy. The problem is on my side. once I mastered the skill, so now I needed to master my emotions and follow my plan. So on this one, I started it in October 2021 on the 24th, and I think I traded only 26 trades. And let's see how that went. So as you guys see from this one, the beginning it just red. Second one, just red. Third one, we started seeing change. Can you guys see now what I mean? And also, if you notice, the risk management also started changing, right? Because here I was taking like a 1 to 3 trades most of the time, and then I was taking losses also and break evens. So when I started doing the second challenge, then I stick to 1 to 2, and then and 1 to 3s and 1 to 4, and then when I did the third one, I started doing like more of 1 to 1s, and then 1 to 2s. Then I started realizing that okay, cool, 1 to 1 is not bad for me because I'm making profit, I'm seeing results, right? So yeah, I think I was trading a small account. Yeah, this is one of those $10 accounts that we were doing challenges and posting on over. You can also just go check the previous videos there, right? So and this one I was just sticking on, sorry, 1 to 1s, and yeah, this was just a micro account, $10 account. Yeah, I remember this account. Yeah. So I was trading only indices on this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So I was trading US 30 and German 30 and NASDAQ on this one. Yeah. So following the plan, same thing. So here, where there's no presence, so that means I didn't have I didn't follow all the rules, and sometimes I didn't have all the information because sometimes I started becoming lazy to journal, where I would just analyze, get an entry, take the trade, and then come back um and journal, let's say after a week or so. So I started seeing that it's gonna cost me because I don't have the full information that I needed. So this is when you want to see that I had blanks, right? Which is not good, right? When you trade, when you want to learn from a mistake, you need to make sure that you capture all the data that you have. So in this one, I was starting seeing profits, losses, and profits. Don't know. Let me just see if I close. I close on this one, almost break even, minus 5 rand, which is not break even. I was trading on a ZAR, and also I started changing my stop losses, right? Because if you start seeing here, the first one I was using pips, for stop losses, and then the second one I started using the dollar amount, right, the value amount, so that I can understand. I wanted to see what works for me. Is it the pips or the value? Right? Do I feel more comfortable knowing how many pips I'm risking, or do I feel more comfortable knowing how much I'm risking, right? So that also played a big part. Now I know that if I'm trading a small account, I know that um, I can take a gold trade, 100 pip stop loss, and that's fine for me, right? Even though it's a bigger account, as long as I know how to manage my load service, right? So that I can be able to know how much I'm risking. So and also it helped me because if you're trading a funded account, it also needs you to risk, let's say, because now you need to pump in your lot size, you can use like your percentage base. So that also helps, you know, understanding which side makes you comfortable when it comes to your risk, because that's the most important part, right? So let's see the notes. Maybe I might have something here. So yeah, kept on selling on a buyer's market. Rule number one, make sure that you always follow the trend and follow your plan, right? And then let's go on the next one, kept on selling on the buyer's market, same mistake, right? And I was taking a loss. So after I stopped selling on the buyer's market, then I just started following my rules and follow the trend. And guess what? Positive results. See? So that's why I say journaling also helps you. And yeah, I closed early, stop loss, break even, SL, stop loss was set, SL went to break even, then TP hit, you know, break even, SL overnight trades, um, and then back to the drawing board after losing a lot of money with stupid mistakes. I think I took 3 lose, yeah, I don't have a stop loss, and you can see how much I lost there. Stop loss was set, and then that hit my stop loss also, and then I started losing and losing and losing. So I said, okay, I need to go back to the drawing board because now I'm making stupid mistakes, right? So, and that was it for this third challenge, right? So I also did this in 2021, right? So around the end of the year. So now I was seeing consistency and profitability. So I just needed to work on myself, right? By this time, I already knew that my strategy works, the concept that we teach works, everything works. It's just that I need to work on myself, right? I need to work on the decision that I'm making, on the rules that I'm breaking. I need to fix all those small mistakes, right? So now let's go to the next one and see. So before I even go to the next one, I want you guys to understand that most of you that started following us now, um, you guys are seeing the last you guys are seeing the spreadsheet which I'm going to show you now. You guys didn't see all of this. So for those that have been following us since 2020, they have seen our journey from all these losses, all these lessons that we've been learning, and we've been sharing this on our public groups and our YouTube. If you can just go back to our old videos and go to our Telegram group, go to our Instagram, just check all our social media platforms, you will see that we have been sharing our journey and with you guys so that guys can see that it doesn't just happen overnight. It takes time and dedication and hard work. And also you need to be focused when you're doing this, right? So now let's go to the recent one. So this one, I started doing this, I think last year, 2022, just the end of the year when I started changing, stop trading everything. I'll be like, no, let me just stick to gold because I love gold. And then based off my results, which is on the spreadsheet and also other channels that I have where I was writing down. So I started saying that, okay, gold is the pair I want to go to. And let's see how gold is going to treat me on a small account. Let's see how gold is going to treat me on a bigger account. And let's see how gold is going to treat me on an, let's say, a medium account, instead of $10 account, $30 account, $50 account, $100 account, and let's say a scale of 10K account, right? So I tested all of those things and I was impressed with the results. And now let's go to the latest one. So here, yeah, it's very amazing. It's only greens. So in this challenge, I'm just wanna put a disclaimer on this challenge because when you start trading with us, right, you won't just get to these results, right? For me, it kind of took me like, let's say, almost 2 years to get to those results. And then I I just kept on constantly doing same mistake over and over again until I told myself, you know what, this is not it. You need to change how you trade because if you're gonna continue doing this, you're not gonna go anywhere, right? So I started making a few changes, following my plan, and then keeping up also with the community because I didn't just get to where I was alone. The community also helps because we're sharing ideas, and then someone's loss becomes our lessons also, and then my lesson becomes someone else's loss. Right? My lessons become Wait, my loss also becomes someone else's lesson. So we kind of help each other, and then the ideas that we share, set up and everything. So these results are based on all the hard work that guys just saw now from the past years, and yeah, and following my plan and my rules, right? So each trader have their own plan. We might trade the same strategy, but the rules are different. The plan is different. So now let me show you guys what the results are. So you saw from the first challenge, red as we start, second challenge, red as we start, third challenge, we started seeing green at the top, and you know, and then the third challenge, fourth one, which is just recently, I started this in September. So here, the goal was to master discipline, risk management, stay consistent, withdraw consistently, and sharpen my skill. So I'm sure you guys have seen that we have been like showing our withdrawals from the small accounts that we've been building um, on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. You can just go click on one of the links below just to see all the results that we've been posted. And Nice thing about this one is that every trade that I took here is the same trade that I shared with the community, right? When I say the community, I mean like the public group for people that are not part of our program. So I shared that with everyone there. And also we also managed to like share some of the synthetic trades that we were taking, but I didn't channel those. So these were only my personal trades that I was taking, because Jay also was also taking his personal trades that we're sharing. So we managed to like share all those trades with you guys on a public group, so that you can see that the same trades we grow in this account, the same trades that we're withdrawing from are the same trades that we are taking with you guys. And now I'm also showing you guys that all those trades are the same trades that I journaled, right? So you guys can see on this, it's just only gold. There's nothing else, right? So now you can just call me gold. Just kidding. So started on the 27th of September, and then I ended this on the 2nd of December. So it took about 25 trades. And sometimes in the month, I only take 2 trades. In October, I only took, I mean, I trades 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. And then I think I traded a lot in November. I was more active in November. And November was more like a winning streak month, right? So risk management, 1-to-1s and 1-to-2s. Now I know what works for me, and I've already mastered my entry and my exit, you know, my entry and my exits based on the strategy that we trade. And because it also helps us to know where you need to get out. It gives you signs, okay, cool guys, this is where you get and all the stuff. The lot sizes, risk management is on top, where you see bigger lot size, those are funded accounts, like profit account. So where you see small lot size, those were the $10 accounts, the $100 account, $50 account that we showed with you guys, that we showed to the public. Okay, this is what we're trading, all of the stuff. So from here, I won't stay much on this one, because guys, the result speaks for itself, right? The hard work, dedication, everything. As you guys can see, blue screens, wire, right? Results. 1-to-1, sometimes, sometimes I even closed before they get 1-to-1 or hit TP, right? Based on what I'm seeing on the market structure, right? So what's important and what I've learned from this is that not every trade needs to hit TP, right? It's not a must. TP is for you when you're not there, right? So if you are there and you're able to see that, okay, cool, you are happy with the results, especially 1-to-1. The moment it gets to 1-to-1 and you're happy with that, you can close if you're happy, right? But then if you are trading a challenge, obviously you will need to pump your lot size in order for you to see results and to pass a challenge, or just trade and then just know that it's gonna take you like longer when you're trading like your 1-to-1s, 1-to-1s, 1-to-1s to pass your challenge. But yeah, so these are the results, and here I can count the losses. From the other ones, I can count the wins because there were few, but here I can count the losses because there are few. So there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 losses, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4 break evens, and the rest is all wins, right? So I won't even go to the total because it's crazy. So I don't wanna show everything down there. Don't wanna the what I wanted to show you guys is the losses. I'm more comfortable showing you guys the losses than the wins, because the wins mislead people. So here, beautiful trade. I didn't put my TP and colors manually. Beautiful double top setup. Took this enter on M15. Reason for this trade, break and retest. Got 1 hour rejection, bearish closure, and I took the trade. Closed manually. My TP was 1-to-1.5. No, plan was to take 1-to-2, entered an option A, missed my scale in, and entered while price was still dropping and closed at 1-to-1. Happy with the move. Do you understand? Now I'm more matured. Now I'm more experienced. Now I understand the market. Now I understand the risk. Now I'm more comfortable with what I put in and what I get out, right? So as you guys can see from even the notes that I put in. So that's why I said journaling helps. So now I think I spent too much time on showing you guys the results. And this video is gonna be longer, right? But it's worth it, right? So now let's go to the prop firm risk management video. Sorry, spreadsheet. So in this spreadsheet, right, the reason that it says prop firm risk management simplified, I wanted to make, because a lot of people are venturing into prop firm, which is good because we don't have capital, guys. Now capital, ayikho. So we need to what? We need to invest in these things. So when you invest in these things, you need to be able to understand yourself, your risk management, everything. And I'm gonna put a disclaimer again: don't buy a prop firm challenge if you are not profitable, right? First, be able to manage a $10 account, right? Be able to manage a $30 account, be able to manage a $50 account, right? Be able to manage all those small accounts before you can go to profits, right? See yourself consistent, withdraw consistently, and then you can start venturing into those accounts. Because if you don't have experience with withdrawing or you are not consistent, it's gonna be a problem. So how does this work, right? So when you start trading, you need to have a goal so that you can understand your destination, right? So so understanding your destination, this helps you that even though you are going sideways, you need to understand, here, that's not where I'm going. This is where I need to go, right? So so this is where you need to go. So understanding that you want to get funded, you need to understand your goals and your investment, right? Let's say, for example, the 100K account costs about $475. Your goal is to make at least $6,000 once you fund it. Let's say every week or every second week or every month, you know? So what are the rules of that account? You know that your maximum drawdown is 12%. Obviously, your daily drawdown is 5%. And then your profit target in order for you to reach your goals is 8%, right? So you need to make 8% and then make 5%, and then you can get funded, and then you can start making your goals, which is going to be 6,000, I think it's around 6%. So you need to understand the rules. What is your goals? What are the rules, right? So now that you know what are the rules, you go to your risk allocated, right? So the risk allocated, how I manage, how I like break this down is, don't look at the 100K account. Look at the maximum drawdown that they give you. If you look at the 100K account, you're gonna miscalculate your risk. But then if you look at the maximum drawdown that you are given, you are gonna be able to work on that, which is gonna help you a lot. Now you don't need to, because 100K is a big number. So when you start changing that and making it smaller and then work on that, it becomes tradable, right? For people that are not used on trading big funds. So now we take the allocated risk, which is 12%, about $12,000, and then you have, in a month, they give you like a month to pass phase one. So in a month, you get about 20 days, trading 20 days, excluding weekends. So you divide the $12,000 divided by 20 days, and then you get around $600 per day. So now you know that, okay, cool, I can risk $600 per day to make, if you're gonna be making like a 1 to 2, you can make 600 to make 1,200, you know, or you can rather risk 1%, but the minimum you can risk is that, or you can even risk less than that, but then just know that you're gonna have to take more trades. Sorry, guys. So once you have calculated that, you are going to be risking around 0.60% per trade, which is going to be the minimum, around $600. And then your risk reward is going to be 1 to 2 on each trade, so that you can, let's say, hit your target with 4 trades, right? 4 trades, 5, 8 trades, plus around there, right? If you're going to be using that. But then if you're going to be using a 1%, that means 4 trades, you hit your target, and then, and so on. So now, I've added the journal that I've been using, right? But then I've just like summarized it, make it simple so that you guys can quick, because a lot of people don't like typing, putting things manual. So, just put the pair and then you can just click here that. So let's say I'm going to be trading gold. So I'm going to be selling gold and then I can just click on there on that arrow, drop down arrow, buy or sell, and then how much I'm going to be risking. There's going to be in dollar value, right? And it's either going to be $600 and then on my outcomes, I managed to close around $1,000. If I have notes to make, I'm going to put notes. And then the second trade is going to be gold. Same thing. Let's say I take a sell, 1,000, 1 to 2, and then I managed to, hit my target. And then I make notes, risking 1% because it was a high probability trade. And then because so that I can remember next time that the reason I risk 1%, it was because of the trade was high probability. So that's why I didn't risk the 600 which was the minimum to risk, right? So I'm sorry about the lighting because I just opened the window only. I don't have the ring light or whatever. So I can see that the lighting keeps on changing, but let's focus on the content. That trade, Euro USD. So I take a buy, risking 1%, and then my stop loss was hit, entered too early, right? So I didn't wait for confirmation. So this is just an example. So I can say I take US 30, and then I took a buy, right? And then let's say I risk $600, and then it was a 1 to 2 trade, and then I make 1,200, and then after adding that, it also calculates on the growth of your account just to see how far you are. So let's say now I take another trade, US 30, and then on this one, I take a sell on the bullish market, and then I risk 1%, right? I risk 1%, and then what happened is I take a loss, sorry, I take a loss, didn't follow my plan. And then on the next one, let's say I take gold and then I just trade during the news and there's no stop loss. And then I lost, let's say 3K. And then I can make notes, no stop loss, trading during news, not following plan, So by just having all this few data, I know that my account is at 1%, 1.2%. And then and the reason I'm there from 3% is because all of these few mistakes that I made. So now that I know that, I can able to say, okay, cool, I don't want to do this again. Now I'm going to follow my plan. And then from the 7th trade on the second week, I can start making what? I can start trading nicely and I can start receiving results, right? By the end of the month, then you can come down here and then you can just put how many losses you got, how many break-evens you got, and how many wins you got. And then with that data, you can be able to say, okay, cool, my strategy, my results, and me, right? And then everything down there, losses, wins, break-evens. Your losses, it's either the hit stop loss, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. Break-evens, which is fine. TP, which is fine, right? But when you have the notes where now your losses is because of you are the problem. Now you got break-evens, and then you go to break even too early because now you don't want to lose. That's because of you, right? You're not following your plan because break even normally just wait until the trade moves at least 1 to 1, then you can move to break even, not entry 3 pips break even. You're gonna take too many trades. So if you do that, then that's on you. And then wins, you have too many wins and few losses, but then your losses are bigger than your wins. That's on you. So now you get to understand that, okay, cool. Is it the strategy that's the problem? Or is it my plan that's the problem? Or is it me that's the problem, right? So guys, this video might be long by now. Please don't be mad at me for this. Please don't forget to subscribe. I hope this helps you or motivates you, someone out there. And then if you would like to get the updated spreadsheet, I will put the link below. You can just quickly, get it there. And also, if you like to join our mentorship, I want to put the link below. If you like to join a public group to see our results that we post, you can just click on the link there, or you can just go back to our YouTube channel, look at all the videos that we post. And also, we currently have a free access to our VIP signals. So if you would like to get access to that, go click on the link below before it ends. And if you're in Cape Town, we're going to be having free classes in February. So you make sure that you go click on the link below. Everything that I just mentioned now, if you want it, go click on the link below. But before you go and click the link below, please subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. Let's get to 1K by end of this year. Thank you guys. Cheers.